Hello, NZ family, and welcome back to the NZ Bros. I'm Sir Zuxop, but you can call me Zek, aka. Let's see. Didn't it show my name in this game? Aww. Well, Silas the courier. Pretty much a delivery boy in a post-apocalyptic desert wasteland. Don't believe me? Let's go out the door and begin our adventure. Ah, my eyes. Ah. You've got a fragmented signal on your Pip-Boy, a code transmission of some sort with a sad, jazzy undercurrent that makes your head hurt. As far as you can tell, it appears to be an invitation to the midnight science fiction feature at the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to catch the trailers. Also, your Pip-Boy has received coordinates that lead to the canyon wreckage west of Prim. Following the coordinates are the words Courier 6. It's signed Ulysses. And also, your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to Zion Valley. Ah, my ears. Also, the ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked all weapon manufacturers into high gear. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications into your nearest participating vendor to peruse the merchandise. Hold on, I think one more pop-up. Nope, no more pop-ups. Okay then, guess we begin our adventure. Welcome to Goodsprings, NZ family. A dried up... Oh, there it is. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast inviting you to the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. I don't care. I just want to start my adventure. In case you don't know what all that was, that's all the DLC that comes with this game. And yes, they're all pretty good in their own very, very good way. Very, very memorable way. A few of which almost made me cry a few times after completing them. The right way, at least. But the first time I played those DLCs, I kind of messed up the endings. Alright, this is a curious robot dude.
Howdy, partner!
Ah!
Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who those men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How'd you end up in Goodsprings?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
I got saved by a robot that has the face of a certain casino cowboy that's on neon lights. Neon lights. It's neon lights display. Pretty much our first Easter egg in the game, and you don't even need Wild Wastelands to see that. Well, goodbye, Victor.
Happy trails!
Happy trails to you too, partner. How does a town like this survive in a post-apocalyptic wasteland? It's a water town. There's some water wheels over there. They even got their own little water tower right here. I'm assuming it's a water tower, at least. Yep. Passed right into that. Oh. Hey, partner.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
This guy's actually based on someone. There's a lot of history behind Easy Pete's creation in this game. It's a really funny story. Let's see. Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
You know anything about Victor back there?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Right. Why are you called Easy Pete anyways?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You were a prospector? Like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poked through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
Did you ever find anything good while prospecting?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
It's fun that I actually get to use my native accent in this game. What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
What's so important about Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
Interesting. What do you use the Bighorners for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Right. Well, goodbye, Easy Pete.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Well, we got what we could from Easy Pete. Looks like we're gonna have to go in the saloon and get even more information.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Where you ask? Yes, she's wearing leather armor that looks like something straight out of Mad Max. Fallout's got a lot of callbacks to Mad Max and a lot of other post-apocalyptic movies, stories, and all that. There's even in Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, it's one of the two. There's a reference to Mad Max. They mention a guy with a funny accent, according to them. And as you can see, Fallout New Vegas is filled to the brim with lots and lots of dialogue. And honestly, that's what adds on to the role-playing factor in the game. I don't care what people say. I don't care what Princess Shelling says. The dialogue is one of the things that makes this game what it is. Anyway, Doc Mitchell said you should wait. Hang on one second. Okay, just making sure. Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
According to my stats, I have vague memories of how to use the gun, but I don't mind getting my memory refreshed. Especially since getting shot in the head Speaking of which, another mod, let me see, gave me this. Just to add on to the role-playing factor. That my dude's been shot in the head. Just be sure to change the bandages every other time.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Alright. Trying to remember how to do this. So used to the Xbox controllers, I'm still getting used to how the keyboard works. Okay, and if that don't work, ha 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 ha. Huge difference between this game and Fallout 3. This game allows you to have iron sights, which was a lesson learned in Fallout 4.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
I'm already crouching down.
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Alright.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
If you already know how to play the game, you can skip this quest, but because 1, I want the experience points, 2, I want the people of Goodsprings to like me. Because there is a reputation gain in this game. And trust me, getting good reputation actually helps. Gun jammed. That's a big dog, by the way. Like I said, this is a very old game, so you'll have to excuse some of the lag spikes.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Alright. Hang on a second. There we go. Have to adjust that. Also used to playing Red Dead Redemption, so I'm kind of used to doing it like this. Look at that. And we made the other one mad. Thankfully, we can use VATS. Welcome to... hang on. Showman voice time. Welcome to Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. VATS displays the chance you will hit, along with the condition of each body part. Mouse 1. Attack your target. Mouse 2. In other words, left click and right click. Cancel an attack. E. Accept your actions. Left click on the left or right arrows to switch to a target area, or you can just press A and D. The number of attacks you make is limited to your action points, which would be that bar right there. Let's aim for the chest a few times. Look at that. Hold on, before we talk to Sunny, let's get some of the gecko material. Where's the other one? There you are. I took care of them geckos.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us.
More bullets.
Come with me.
Okay, for this one we kind of have to, 1, be careful, and 2, we have to do this quickly as possible because there is a villager in trouble. Or settler. Depending on how you want to say it. Whoa, I need to be careful, hang on. Okay. Don't tell me I hit the dog. No, I didn't. Okay, we gotta hurry. Go to the next one quickly, because there is a settler down here that needs our help.
Damn!
Oh, no, no, no!
Help!
Wait. Oh, poo. Quickly reload it. And gun champs. Ah, we didn't save her in time. Ah, we didn't save her in time. Give me a second, Enzi family. I'm gonna go get that fixed. Okay.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Okay. This time I saved in case if we botch it again. Because if we manage to save that settler in time, our reputation with the town will increase. If we don't save her in time, our reputation is not going to go up very much. Okay, quickly go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Da-da. Da-da-da. And we saved her in time this time. Ah.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
And there we go. We are accepted by the people of Goodsprings. You have established a reputation with a group of people in the Wasteland. Whether that reputation is good or bad, you're finally somebody. And people associated with that group will start to react to what you've done. There are many different factions in the Wasteland, and you can develop a constant reputation with each one. As you perform actions that benefit a group, you will gain fame. If you perform actions that harm a group, you will gain infamy. Your reputation with any given group is a measure of the combined total of fame and infamy that you have earned. The benefits and drawbacks of any given reputation depend on the group itself. You may receive discounts with merchants, provoke attacks from hired thugs, or simply be treated differently. For those of you that have probably played Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, this is basically the honor system, just a little bit more complicated. Either way, we are accepted by the people of Goodsprings. Folks have come to accept you for your helpful nature. Hang on a second, let me switch. There we go. Okay, take all this. Trust me, we can sell it. Hang on. There it is. Get a sip of water. Don't necessarily need it since we're not playing hardcore, but it's a good way to get some water.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright. Let's see. Okay, just making sure. It's a very nice game. It really is. I mean, it's a desert. It doesn't look like much compared to Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. But at the end of the day, it's still a Fallout game. It still takes place out in the Wasteland. What are you doing, Poochie? I did download a mod to pet the dog. Scratch, 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 I guess. Well, I guess it's traveling montage time. Honestly, this would be so much better if I was allowed to have the radio on. Having the radio on in this game makes it so much easier for travel time. Or it makes the travel time a little more tolerable. So close, yet so far. Realistically, if I were in my character's shoes, I don't think I would stand the blazing heat. But I'm sure he's probably used to this, so to him it's probably nothing. And just like that, we get our first official threat. Huh. And that's why I applied starting skills to guns. Ah, the bark scorpion had nothing. Oh well. Okay. And here we are, the graveyard. 1 second, let's do a little target practice. Ooh. Giant flies. I dislike them. Victor?
Howdy, partner.
Oh. We don't get the dialogue option.
Happy trails.
You can actually catch him stalking you, and you can ask him, "Why are you following me?" Nah, I'm not that cruel to open up a grave like that. But we can get fly meat. Goodsprings home key and a shovel. A Vault Lab uniform. I kind of don't want to do it. I mean just one of those no things. Okay, in case you're wondering why that one had Goodsprings home, let's just say I downloaded another mod that kind of gives me a starting home. There are plenty of vanilla player homes you get in the game. Plenty of vanilla ones. I just downloaded one for Goodsprings because it would probably make sense after all you do for the town, if you side with Goodsprings especially. If you side with the town, it would make sense for you to have your own starting home. At least a place to come back to in case you ventured around the Wasteland and just feel like coming back home. You want to get away from it all. Either way, out in the distance we see New Vegas itself. In all of its wasteland splendor. Along with the harsh environment. But unfortunately, unless you're a very good professional, who knows what they're doing, you can actually get to New Vegas through this path. But unfortunately, if you're a starting player, you've never played the game before, I would recommend taking the long way to New Vegas. And that's through that road instead. Going around the mountains, going around this way and that way, until you finally reach New Vegas itself. And there's a lot of fun along the way. A lot of good side quests. Before we leave the graveyard, we need to collect this thing right here. You found a limited edition Mojave landmark snow globe. These rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles. But rumor has it, some collectors will pay dearly for them. We'll find out who it is later, by the way. Also, there's the grave we came out of. Feels so strange looking at what we could have been buried in. Home sweet home. No, I'm just kidding. This ain't our home. Let's get out of here. I think there is one more thing we can find, but don't know exactly. Oh well, one thing's for sure, we do need the Brock flowers, so give me a second. Oh, there they are. There we go. I remember if there's one more thing we can find here, but I guess I can find it off camera. Well, not off camera. I can look it up off camera and see if I can find it. Oh, and after a certain point, I'll probably do some more off-camera stuff or to collect some roleplay-based stuff. Just to fit within our character build here. Nothing too overpowered, just enough to get us started. Other than that, we got the Brock Flowers. Now we can go over to the school. Oh, and be sure to collect what's in the mailboxes. Don't worry, it's the post-apocalypse. I don't think anyone cares if you dig in their mailbox anymore. It's no longer a federal offense. Hey, a cookbook. Patriot's Cookbook. Yeah, it may come in handy later on. Today's position. What's in here? Nothing of high value. As always when it comes to RPG games, just because it says the value is this, doesn't mean that vendors are going to give that to you. Oh, and this is the player home. Oh, excuse me. This is the player home, by the way. But we'll mess with that later. Victor's house is right here, by the way. There's nothing interesting in there. I mean, he's a robot. What's there to have? Zek, are you assuming what robots can and can't have? No, no. I mean, no offense. In the world of Fallout, robots are a living being too. Sort of. It's complicated when it comes to robots in Fallout. There are signs that they probably do have some semblance of thinking, and then other times where they're just a robot. Actually, hang on. The Wondered was pretty good. And the Turpentine. Turpentine. However you pronounce it. Ah. Salesman Weekly. Dust Cloud. You know, there wasn't another mod. There are lots of gun mods that I was looking at, but a lot of them kind of made the starting experience too easy. I even downloaded another mod. I don't know which one it was. Oh, sounds like sarsaparilla. Why would you put root beer in a mailbox? Unless the guy ordered it. Oops. That's a big horner, by the way. Future weapons today. Excuse me. And there were other mods that also included some other player homes, but a lot of them looked a little too much. Like they didn't really feel like a good player home. They looked a little too advanced. Got my cigarettes. It looked a little too much for a starter home, especially since this is the starter town. The tutorial town, where it all begins. It didn't look lore friendly, that's what I'm trying to say. Uh-oh. Huh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! How did I miss? Sheesh, wasted 5 bullets is all I... Well, technically 4 bullets. The 5th one got it. Okay, let's see. Next we check out the school to see if it's got the other recipe we need. Oop, another praying mantis. This time let's crouch. Gotcha. Ooh. And right there is where you can get the Xander root. You can collect all 3 if you want. but you only need one. But in case if you're the crafting type, you can get all three and find other Brock flowers later on. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff scattered out in the Wasteland. And honestly, in my time of playing Fallout New Vegas, I never really had to craft too many things. Not really. You don't necessarily have to craft, but it does add on to the experience if you do. Oh, especially if you're playing hardcore mode, I'm sure you can craft some food and other medicinal supplies that way. You can even craft a stent pack in this game. Let's see. I think after we finish this quest, I think we'll go ahead and call it, because I think this video is longer than it needs to be. Yeah. Where is Sunny? Sunny! Sunny! There you are, Sunny.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
There you are, healing powder. Hang on, this isn't like the Xbox, I gotta do it a certain way. I'm so used to just selecting it and everything. There we go.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started.
Should be.
I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
And that is where we're probably going to call it quits, Sensei family. But before we do... Hey, another settler. Or else out to get water. Before we do... I thought so, I do remember that. Ah, someone already looted the suitcase. But there's a harmonica. Now, roleplay-wise, I can play the harmonica. Sadly, though, I don't know how to play a harmonica in real life. But Zach, it's so easy to play one. How do you not know how to play a harmonica? Because I don't have a decent harmonica to play, alright? I mean, the one I got was my dad's. It's ancient. I don't know who's had their mouth on it. And also, I don't know how to properly clean a harmonica without getting it rusty or anything. Oh well. I guess that's it for this edition of NZ Games, Manzi Family. See you all next time for another exciting edition of Fallout New Vegas. Goodbye, y'all. Pow!